Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Before we start, who wants to lead a prayer?
Let's bow down our head, close our eyes, and let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of thought process today. We praise you for human minds to understand the magnitude of the power is beyond my comprehension. Yet, every detail of the world is under your care. Lord, sometimes my mind goes from figures of this world to the concept, in and you can think clearly. We need you the light of the world because my eyes go so deep in that. Would you help me stay focused on your light? Would you provide clarity and make it bright? For when we get a tiny glimpse of a light led by your shine, we realize with each beaming ray you want that light to be with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay, class, be seated. Before we start, let me check the attendance. Agustin Abigail,
Present.
Aquino Luisa, present. Bautista Shinamay,
Present.
Deus Gerald,
Present.
Divla Mary Day, Gabriel Diwana,
Present.
Gaganta Reynalin, present. Mactal Jambi, present. Sindano Shane, present. Valdez Justin,
Present.
very good, class. All are present. Keep it up. Let's take a quick look back at our last meeting's topic before we get started on our lesson for today. Ito na sa may review. Oo, ito. And what is the topic of our last meeting? Ito na yung, yun na sabihin ko. So let's take a quick look back at our last meeting's topic before we get started on our lesson for today. And what is the topic of our last meeting? Gerald?
Our topic last meeting is all about preparing and cooking starch and cereal dishes.
Very good. So, what are the factors affecting starch phase, viscosity, and starch jet strength? Yes, Ms. Abigail.
Ma'am, stress or other factors can the amount of starch, heating rate and point temperature, cooling and storage condition, and lastly, ingredients added.
Good job. What else did we discuss at our last meeting? Ms. Luisa? Common problems in starch cookery. Great. Can you state at least 2 common problems in starch cookery? Yes, Ms. Sheena?
Containing of gel and sweet permeation.
That's correct. So, what else we have discussed? Ms. Valdez.
Different types of pasta.
Very good. Can you give at least 2? Mr. Ellis.
Small pastas and ribbon cut pastas, ma'am. Also, we discussed the guidelines on proper and safe handling of foods.
Very good. Because preparing pasta dishes is all depend on the type and kind of pasta uses. What else we discuss? Yes, Ms. Reynalin.
The 4 guidelines on proper and safe handling of food are the food handlers can facilitate food preparation and cooking, and lastly is the safe temperature.
Great. So, give the 4 guidelines on proper and safe handling or food. Yes, Ms. Valdez.
The guidelines in handling foods are food handlers, kitchen facilities, food preparations, and cooking.
Thank you and job well done, class. You really did review our previous lesson. I believe you fully understand our previous meeting's lesson. So, I prepared some pictures. If you want to answer, just raise your hand. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what is the first stage? Yes, Miss Joanna.
Lasagna.
Very good. The next, Mr. James.
I think it's BTLED.
Very good. Next, Miss Abigail.
Converting penny pasta.
Very good. And the last one, Miss Sheena.
Macaroni.
Thank you. Very good. What do you think our topic is all about based on our activity? Yes, Miss Tingla?
I think our topic is about different pasta used in cooking.
You're partially correct, but you're on the right track. Another?
Mommy don't
Okay. I understand and nice try, class. So, for our topic today, it is the presenting and storing starch and cereal dishes. And I'm sure you are all familiar with the starch and cereals. But again, what is the difference between starch and cereal? Yes, Miss Jane?
Ma'am, cereals are usually starchy pods or grains, and the starch exists in nature as the main component of cereals and chews.
Can you please read the next one? Cereal starches.
Cereal starches are used as ingredients in foods in both baking and modified conditions. Starch isolation is achieved using wet and dry milling, in which diverse steps as sedimentation, filtration, and centrifugation are involved. In this chapter,
Very good. Those are the terms you should keep in mind. So let's get to the point of today's discussion. Let's begin to the technique in preparing pasta before plating. So, can you state one of the techniques? Yes, Miss Valdez.
Pasta is best if cooked and served immediately. Try to cook pasta upon order.
Oh, okay, very good. You should try to cook pasta upon order to avoid the sogginess of the noodles. So, para ma-avoid natin to, dapat yung luto natin is okay lang. Nasa tama lang siya ng temperatura. Kasi pag nasobrahan na natin yung mag-boil sa may pasta, magiging malabsa o basa na siya. The next one, yes, Miss Joanna?
If pasta is to be served, immediately just drain and do not rinse in cold water.
Yes, because the starch in the water is what helps the sauce adhere to your pasta. The only time you should ever rinse your pasta is when you are going to use it in a cold dish like a pasta salad or when you are not going to use it immediately. Another? Yes, Miss Sintalo?
ma'am, if pasta is to be used cold in salad, it is ready to be incorporated in the recipe as soon as possible.
Okay, very well. Another one? Yes, Miss Shane?
If pasta is to be held, gently with a small amount of oil to keep it from sticking.
Yes, very good. If the pasta is going to be served without a sauce, add approximately 1 tablespoon of olive oil to prevent the pasta from sticking together when it's served. If you do not want to use olive oil, you can toast the pasta with a little butter or use a small amount of the cooking water that was set aside. So, bakit nga ba natin nilalagyan ng oil yung pasta bago natin lagyan ng sauce? Anyone? Have your own understanding? Yes?
Para po hindi siya mag-stick.
Yes, very good. Next one, can you please read? Number 5.
fire number portion in the China cup and immerse it in running water to a heat. Drain plate and add sauce.
So, very good. Now, let's tackle the next part of our discussion, which is store cereal and starch dishes. And those are some examples of liquid pastas. Can you please read the one, number one? Yes, Miss Luisa.
Proper storage of food is very crucial in keeping food safe.
Yes, because the manner and temperature of storage will affect the food's susceptibility to bacterial growth, other contaminants, and infestation. Storing food will not improve its quality, it will only delay the rate of deterioration, and thus the proper period of storage should be observed. Please read the next one. Miss Justine.
People are first in, first out. In storing food, it is very important. Though it is still a long time method in storing.
So, bakit kailangan natin yung first in, first out sa pag-i-store ng food?
Yes. So important yung first in, first out sa pag-store ng food. Kasi halimbawa, nag-bumili tayo ng mga products. Yung mga una natin gawin, dapat natin siyang gamitin kasi yung iba doon is may expiration date. So, kailangan na kung ano yung unang binili natin, yun yung gamitin natin bago yung susunod na product na bibili natin. Pag, ito, grocery line next.
Yes, very good. It is where the first food store should be the first food to be out from the storage. It is high time to make it a habit or put into practice. Okay, the last one. Can you please read? Yes, Miss Gina.
Write expiry date receipt, and date of storage to the food package, and regularly check the expiration date.
Wait, class, do you have any idea kung bakit kailangan natin isulat yung expiry date saka kung bakit kailan natin na-receive yung product or yung food? Yes, Miss Jane?
Ang mahalaga po na kailangan alam natin yung expiry date o kung kailan natin mabili natin product para po kapag po halimbawa marami po mga expire yung pagkain na maiwasan po natin siya kayo.
Yes, it is important to write because it reflects the time period during which the product is known to remain stable, which means it retains its strength, quality, and purity when it is stored according to its labeled storage conditions. Now, let's proceed to the next topic. How do we store pasta noodles? Can you please read the yes, Miss?
Pasta is stored in airtight containers.
Pasta noodles are usually sold dry at the grocery store, allowing you to store them with other staples in your pantry. Read the next one, please. Yes, Miss Tina.
Dry noodles have a long storage life when properly packaged.
So, class, any idea kung bakit mas mahaba yung life ng packaging ng noodles? Okay. Dry sealed packs of pasta have an extremely long shelf life. Since dried pasta has zero moisture content, the risk of bacterial or mold growth is minimal. Hence, it will keep fresh for a while. The next one, please. Yes, Miss.
The proper storage causes that the pasta become moist, which leads to mildew.
Yes, even without moisture, pasta can become stale if it's not stored correctly. And lastly, yes, Miss.
Proper storage ensures your pasta will always taste its best.
Okay, very good. Now, let's discuss on how to properly store the different kinds and types of pasta. Let's start with the dry pasta. Can you please read? Yes, Miss Jane.
Remove the pasta from the store packaging if the noodles come in a box or other non-airtight container.
May I go to the syrup?
Yes. Thank you. So, any idea, class, what that means? spaghetti, use a tall plastic storage container. And the next one is, yes,
Seal the bag or screw the lid on tightly. Store the pasta in a cool, dry place.
thank you. So, any idea, class? Okay. Dry pasta stores indefinitely, but should be used within 2 years to prevent loss of flavor. Store dried egg noodles for up to 6 months. Can you please the last next? Yes, Miss Louise.
Dry pasta need not to be refrigeration.
So, may idea kayo kung bakit hindi nire-refrigerate yung dried pasta? Yes.
Hindi nila-refrigerate yung pasta kasi once na direct mo siya, maaaring siyang mag-freeze or yung pasta di ba mag-freeze siya, pwede siya mag-freeze.
Yes. Because it can be stored on the shelf in the airtight container in a dry area that is not exposed to extreme temperature. Please read the last. Yes, Miss Jane.
Dried pasta can be stored indefinitely and still be safe to eat, but the USDA recommends storing dried pasta for not more than 2 years to obtain the best quality.
Okay, very good. Some manufacturers will stamp their packages with the best if used by date, which it indicates that the flavor, color, and nutritional value may be affected if used beyond that date. Or simply said, that it is the expiration date. Now, let's move to other kinds of pasta, which is the cooked pasta. So class, any idea on how we store cooked pasta?
No.
Yes.
Go out.
Yes.
Ma'am, my idea of cooking pasta is, ma'am, pour the noodles into a colander, allow as much moisture as possible to eat.
Okay, very good. So, cooked pasta. Pour the noodles into a colander. Allow as much moisture as possible to drain. Because the noodles that left in stagnant water becomes overlaid, soft, and mushy. Can you please direct the next one? Miss Tina?
Sprinkle one fish salad oil over the noodles.
So, thank you. So, why we would do that? So, you don't have any idea. Toast the pastas so the noodles are evenly coated in the oil. Salad oil prevents the pasta from sticking together. Next, Miss Rayali.
Place the pasta in a tight sealed container. Store in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days.
That's right. It becomes the basic way to store cooked pasta. Yes, can you please read, Joanna?
The sauce should be refrigerated separate from the pasta and can be stored for 6 to 7 days.
So, any idea kung bakit siya i-store ng 6 to 7 days? So, because this prevents the pasta from soaking up too much flavor and oil from the sauce, which causes the taste of the pasta to be drawn out. The cooked pasta is not going to be used within the suggested time period. It should be frozen and then it can be stored at approximately 3 months. Also, reminder that the frozen cooked pasta should be thawed in the refrigerator and not the kitchen counter. Let's proceed to the next pasta, which is fresh pasta. So, these are some ways to store or handle the fresh pasta. These are examples of cooked pasta. Can you please read, Miss Gina?
Fresh pasta should ideally be used at the same day as manufactured.
Yes, very good. Because the best quality of a pasta came with the
chances drying.
Yes, that's true. So it must be stored. Keep it well covered in the fridge to minimize the risk of this happening. The last one, yes, Miss Valdez.
Frozen pasta does not have to be cooked before it is cooked. Just place the frozen pasta into boiling water and reheat it. It will need to cook a little longer than unfrozen pasta.
Yes, this is the ideal temperature to maintain the lifespan of frozen filled pasta. Now, let's proceed to the last pasta, which is frozen pasta. Can you please read the proper way in handling?
Yes, Miss Ray. You can freeze cooked pasta, but it may be too soft once cooked. Use frozen pasta in baked dishes so the softer texture is not noticeable.
So, any idea, class? Well, it means that you don't need to wash the frozen pasta to melt or to toast. Just put it in the boiling water until it's frozen. And also, it's cooked a little bit longer than usual unfrozen pasta. Now, class, remember these tips and warning that I showed to you. Those are the examples of fresh pastas. Yes, of course, like what I said to avoid. Okay, very good, class. Any questions or clarifications? If not so, I'm the one who asks questions if you really understand our discussion for today. So let's proceed to the lettering station. I set some questions and try to answer in true or false and explain why. It is your answers. Am I clear and are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's start. Who wants to answer the number one? Yes, Miss Valdez.
Cooked pasta can be stored and sauced in an airtight container and refrigerated for 7 days. It is false, ma'am. Because cooked pasta can be stored without a sauce in an airtight container and refrigerated for only 3 to 5 days.
Next, Shana.
Is that vivo means first in, first out? True or true?
Why?
Because the meaning of people is first in, first out.
Yes, very good. So the next, yes, Miss Teresa.
Pasta is best if cooked and served immediately. True po. Why? Because to avoid the sogginess of the noodles or before the mash, pasta needs to serve immediately after cooking.
The next one, yes, Marilyn.
Ma'am, false. Because with this temperature, frozen filled pasta will keep up to 3 months.
Wait, so for the last question, yes, Miss Teresa.
Frozen filled pasta will keep for up to 2 months, held at 80 degrees Celsius or below. True po because it can avoid the noodles to become mushy.
So very good. Very good, everyone. I know that you really understand and learn to our discussion today. So I'll give you an activity today. Group into two and answer it. Then in 10 minutes, group 1 to 2. Okay, are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Since wala na tayong oras, pass nyo na yan, then bukas, makasayin ko na lang din, check ko na lang.
Thank you, ma'am.
Then, the next is, mag-quiz pa tayo. Direction. Complete the missing letter to get the correct answer corresponds to the given picture. Dito kayo mamimili ng sagot. Iwan ko na lang. Are you done with the three?
Yes, ma'am.
The next slide ko na ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Class, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, check natin. Number 1, purple.
Wait lang po, not yet.
Go.
Number 1, purple. Number 2, rotini. Number 3, vitalini. Number 4, lasagna. Number 5, macaroni. Number 6, spaghetti. Number 7, ziti. Number 8, 8 pen. Number 9, ravioli. Number 10, mezzizu.
Mezzizu.
So, for our assignment, A, essay, explain the principle behind people. And letter B is making slogan, showing the importance of proper stopping.
Saan po yung ilalagay?
Sa bond paper, yung slogan sa long bond paper, tapos yung essay sa likod.
Ma'am, kailan po yung submission?
Next week.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, that's all